Welcome to Deucecast Extra. We are here for the finale of X-Men
Yes.
97 season finale. Sorry, season finale. And of course, I mean, as we're live, of course, Garrison. It's not an extra if Garrison's not walking around his house.
It's my mobile command center.
It's your mobile command. It's standard for Garrison, but that's cool. Yes, we're excited to be here for this finale. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out.
Andrew.
Glad to see you. Happy birthday a couple days ago. Did you cry during If? Because I think everybody here did. I mean, I don't know. Dr. Earl didn't see it yet, but geez. Rhett is here on a Tuesday. Wow, this is rare.
Good.
Thank you, Andrew. See, Andrew, that's right. It's awesome. Oh, geez, Rhett's already at it with Andrew's mom. Okay, all right. Good gracious.
Don't pay, Michael, you're running.
Okay. Sorry. No. Look, I'm excited. This is a series finale episode. Season finale episode. I'm always excited about these because, I mean, and then next week we're doing something fun also. So it's going to be a good couple weeks here at Extra. Garrison, we can't break tradition. So how did you extra this week, my friend?
Well, I did finish that big book on Wednesday last week. So Wednesday morning, I got up and I finished that book. But that's not really how I extras this week. I was thinking about what I had done. I went to the movie theater. You know, I watched some films. I read that book. I haven't started on the next one. There's a long story as to why that is, but we'll get to that later. Okay. But I figured I would touch on something important. We're talking about important films here.
Oh no!
Yes, please be important.
Saturday night, I believe, I watched a movie with my dad that I watched in 2020 when it premiered on streaming services that you could pay to see the movie on. This is a little film called Mr. Jones. This is a film about the real life journalist Gareth Jones, who kind of uncovered corruption that was happening in the Soviet Union that America wasn't even getting reporting on because our reporter over there was basically on the dole for the Soviets.
When was this?
Covering up a famine happening in Ukraine in the 1930s.
Oh, the 30s. Wow.
Yes, so you can look that up. Basically, Moscow was taking the grain from their out.
Is this spoiling the movie?
No, I'm spoiling real life events.
You are talking about grain, though.
Is this Rebel Moon?
Girl likes grain.
I like the waving wheat. You're getting me excited.
So Moscow, they were thriving during the Great Depression when no one really else was. They had a lot of food. They had a lot of money. Where were they getting it from? Well, they were stealing it from the poorest of the poor citizens of the Soviet Union. And meanwhile, why are you behind me? Yes, I'm podcasting. Yes,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover.
His name is Walter Durante, and that's what Rhett said.
Oh wow, he's got a Thomas Sowell shirt on. That's amazing.
Scott wearing a Thomas Sowell shirt.
Wow,
that's awesome. Oh man, does Scott know he's live on YouTube with his Thomas Sowell shirt?
Yes, he does.
Okay, all right.
Is it Sowell or Sowell? I don't know.
Soul.
No, they're insulting your Thomas Sowell shirt.
No, we're not insulting you. What are you doing?
Loving it.
Guess what? Tonight is I put every comment Rhett says up tonight. Every comment Rhett says, I'm putting.
I agree with Rhett. French Connection kind of sucks.
What? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, it's boring.
It's a great movie.
Here.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to do that here?
Oh, he wants to talk.
Well, type and send it to me.
Scott,
Just give me your headphones.
Okay,
guys,
all right, love you,
live.
bye.
This show is live.
Send him the link, Michael.
All right,
No, I think it was a work-related thing.
So anyway, this is a real event that happened with a guy who actually broke this story and may have been killed by the Soviets on a trip he took later to Japan to start covering stuff that was going on there in the 30s, 1935 to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
It also ties in Orwell writing Animal Farm into the film. Wait.
Oh wait, is it getting exciting yet? Okay.
Earl
Wow.
I thought that was Roth. I didn't think Earl would be doing that. Wow.
I'm just
I
trying to
was
get
zoning
to
out. I wasn't.
No,
I
go
wasn't
ahead,
sleeping.
Garrison. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Wow.
I'm sure this is very exciting. Go ahead.
Man. Good grief.
No, I mean it is a very slow moving at times.
No, I would like to
film.
see this.
Yeah, it's very affecting if you watch it, but I think it's an important film.
What year did this
I
come
love
out?
when somebody says
2020,
something's
so-
important.
I know, Mikey. It
Mr.
came out in
Jones.
2020, and so because of that, it really
Okay.
didn't get the push it should have gotten in terms of the indie scene.
Yeah.
So it just kind of got dumped out there. I found it through a reviewer. Sunny Bunch did a review of the film that year.
Saw that. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Which I believe is why it's in my Letterboxd watch list, along with 1,400 other movies.
Oh, Vanessa Kirby's in it.
Yeah.
Okay, you have my
Yes.
attention again.
Yeah, Vanessa Kirby she's a side character.
Should
but
have
yes.
led with that.
And James Norton was really good in the War and Peace remake. The guy who plays.
What's your extra, Earl? Is this your extra?
What? What's
your extra?
Oh, my extra is well, realizing that I've never seen. So I'm doing a Mad Max rewatch.
Same. Cheers.
Which I can't talk a lot about, but I will say that I was halfway into Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, going, wait a minute, I've never seen this.
Yes,
and I literally think I just saw the video on MTV when I was like in 1985.
I'm wondering now.
How did I miss this movie? But anyway,
we don't need another hero.
Yeah. So look, get ready for Furiosa. It's great to go back, watch the originals, watch Mel Gibson in his prime. Road Warrior is amazing. And then this one, and I'm not talking about Thunderdome. That's not his prime, but I'm saying Road Warrior. That's the best.
Yeah, Road
Mad
Warrior.
Max 2.
Out of the three, yes, Road Warrior, which is, in some circles, it's just Mad Max 2. I mean,
yeah, well, that's right. That's right. Yeah. But I know in America they released it as the Road Warrior. And I'll talk more about this in Reflections. I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's how I extra'd.
Nice.
And I am sorry, Garrison. I did not mean to make fun of your movie and your long description of the Sino-Japanese Russian politics of the 1930s.
Disrespectful. Gosh.
No, actually, I'd like to see that movie. That sounds actually.
No, it's too late, Earl.
You're forbidden from watching it. You're forbade from watching that film.
Wow.
Earl likes to make fun of genocides for 6 to 7 million people. That's all
he
oh, wow.
He does. You're right.
That makes 2 on this panel then.
All right. Roth.
I want to hear what Roth has to say.
I've got a few different things I could go. I'm one movie away from completing the Twilight Saga. I watched X-Men Origin.
It is a saga.
Wolverine last night. Not a good movie.
No.
Wait, which one?
Origins.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
It's just not good. I can't believe how bad the CGI looked. Like his claws looked so bad.
That bathroom scene?
Yes, it's horrific. Yeah. It's horrific. I couldn't believe it. But a lot of has been talked on this extra about reading. And I've said many times that I
don't read.
Well, I'm trying to change that.
Except the Bible. You read the Bible.
I do. And this is along those lines. For our young adult group, we are starting a book club this summer instead of Bible. And so I bought 2 books.
Oh.
52 Answers.
What Catholics really believe.
About Faith by Carl Keating and Scott Hahn, Signs of Life, 40 Catholic Customs and Their Biblical Roots. So we're doing a little apologetics this summer.
I like that. Good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So I'm going to start reading this summer.
Hey, good for you, man. Hey, Jacob, readers are leaders. Just remember that.
Now, Jacob, will Harrison Butker be at this book club? Or
we can only hope. My new favorite NFL player. It just hurts my heart so much that he plays for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, me too. Well, I mean, it's hard for me to follow up any of that, but I'm just excited. My extra just came in the mail. I've got Thunderheart.
Oh man,
with Val Kilmer.
That's in the
Sam
future.
Shepard,
the extra must be in the past.
Graham Greene, So the basic premise. Oh, my lighting is horrible in here. Anyways, basically, Val is an FBI agent, and he goes onto a Native American reservation because there's brutal murders happening, and he's trying to solve those murders. It is directed by Michael Apted. Really, really good movie. Written by John Fusco. Produced by Mr. Robert De Niro.
Well, hello.
As producer. Not in the film. He's just as producer. Yeah. Highly recommend. Fred Ward's also in it. James Horner does the score. Super underrated movie, in my opinion.
Oh, the Deke Man on cinematography.
Yeah,
Roger.
That's what I'm saying. This is
Deakins
a very underrated film.
I've never seen this movie.
Sony just now put this out on Blu-ray for the first time, or this could be a reissue. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done the research on that, but this is a new copy that just came out Tuesday. So go grab yourself some Thunderheart, dude.
Ted
Fred
Thinell.
Ward. Come on now.
I like me some Fred Ward.
Remo Williams himself, Mr. Fred Ward.
What's his character's name in Tremors?
Fred Ward's character's name?
I don't know.
It's a ridiculous
Earl.
name. Yeah, but
my name.
It is a ridiculous.
Earl Bassett. That's right. Tremors is a great movie. Everybody
Tremors
seen Tremors.
Tremors is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some Reba in there.
Yeah. Bless her.
Best Men. Why are we talking about Sean Penn? Oh, is he also in Thunderheart? That's a bit part or something?
No.
Dude, Fred Ward.
He's talking about Fred Ward.
Oh, Fred Ward. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's how I extra. I've been doing a bunch of rewatches. I'm about to dive into an Alien rewatch, and I'm excited about that as well. But we'll have some more extra. But man, we are here for one reason and one reason alone, to talk about probably one of the best animated series or season finales that I've seen in a minute. It was 42 minutes, clocked in at 42 minutes. I was excited by. Had a mid-credit scene. I mean, this had all the goodness in it. So Garrison, just what did you think? Like after your first watch of it, or only watch of it, however many times you've watched it. I mean, what did you think coming out of the episode?
Well, I just watched it right now for the first time.
Oh, good. You're
fresh. Then. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. I was really surprised by how violent it was, even in this episode.
Really? Even after what happened to Wolverine? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what happened to Wolverine? Yeah. I honestly
it was such a flash.
They also did. Yeah, they didn't really touch on it that much.
That's
in this
true.
Episode.
That's
it's
true.
Just kind of in the
He's
background,
just bludgeoned in a bed in this episode.
Yeah. We don't really see the adamantium coming out of his body, but you got Bastion's face like half torn, and this is a sequel to a kid show, and I'm surprised by how less kid it is, and I don't mean that as an insult or that's a problem necessarily, but it does mean if I had kids that were age appropriate for the original show, I probably wouldn't show them this show immediately.
Probably,
this is more teenage,
but like 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 11. If they're mature enough, that's fine. But yeah,
Garrison speaketh.
I love how this has gone, but I really need season 2 now. Like,
I need it.
I want to see the time travel stuff. I mean, right now.
That's going to be cool.
From what I understand, I think they're still in the animatics stage. Is that right? I think I saw that on X.
Yeah, I think they've had all the lines recorded and the
yeah. All the voice stuff.
And Bo DeMayo laid out a lot of that this upcoming season, like the arc of it. Apparently,
he's done the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that dude still tweeting though?
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it does. It if you want to do it good, it does take a long time.
Otherwise, it's a cartoon if you don't. So
exactly. Otherwise, you just call it a cartoon.
See, this is something that Rhett should be watching.
It absolutely.
Yeah, I don't understand why Rhett
is something Rhett would like.
Resistant, unless he's just not an X-Men fan. I can see like if you're not an X-Men fan.
Well, Jacob's never watched any of it before, and he loves
that's
it.
True. That's
I watched the movies, and that was it.
Well, I shouldn't say.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Dr. Earl, what?
No,
how many times did you get to watch the episode this time?
I watched it twice.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm just going to say this, and this is a little bold, but I think this series may be some of the best X-Men, if not the best X-Men property ever produced on screen. That's reminiscent of the, X2 probably follows it in my book.
What? I'm going to agree, not to interrupt, but I'm going to agree because I think the films were afraid to take the kind of risks that this show does. I think they were afraid to, like, Logan was hard R and uber violent and stuff, but I think like all the original Fox films and even the newer ones didn't really take many risks, and this show was not afraid of doing whatever. So I agree.
And Red, I agree that X2 definitely of the live movies is probably my favorite and the best.
That's fair.
This took that. It's interesting how it started. It's like, hey, remember what you loved about this show? Okay, we're going to take them in a sort of an adult direction. And by the end, like the thing with Bastion and his face ripped up, I mean, that looked like some kind of that looked like an Attack on Titan anime. Anime. Is it anime?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. As the fights were happening, he was getting torn up. I was like, this is the kind of violence you would see at the level of like an anime show that teens watch normally.
So, no, I think all the characters had great arcs throughout this whole series. I guess I'm talking about the whole series. I'll zoom back in on this one. You had this. Well, you know the story. I don't need to go into it too much, but the psychological stuff between Magneto and is they're sort of in his mind, and Xavier's trying to save him. Then you have the rest of the team sort of like at the whim of Bastion, and just having to really, fight for their lives basically. And then of course the country's firing nukes at the planet. I mean, it was just great. It's just great. I was very satisfied with this whole. Maybe episode 4, I was like, okay, didn't love that one. That was the one I kind of like tuned out on and looked at my phone. But pretty much once episode 5 hit and then onward, it was like, man, all guns blazing. So all right, I'll turn it over to Jacob.
Jacob, what did you think, man?
Yeah, this season's kind of blown me out of the water based on how it started and how I was just not really into it and how into it I am now. I just wanted to read real quick each episode's IMDb rating from episode 1.
Sure. Okay.
8.4, 9.1, 8.6, 7.1, 9.8, 7.9, 8.7, 9.4, 9.4, and a 9.4 for this one.
Man, that's great score.
That's crazy.
What was the 9 point? Did you say 9.8?
Yeah, 9.8 was Remember.
Must have been 5. Right?
That was Genosha.
Episode 5 when that whole thing, and God, that was intense.
Man.
And then because you were just like going, what are they doing? Oh my gosh, they just killed a character. What are they doing?
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that, but there's
Well, and nobody's ever.
It seems like based on the mid-credit scene that maybe he's not dead actually, but
yeah.
But anyways, go ahead.
But this episode was awesome. I think this is probably my favorite X-Men stuff that I've seen so far, besides probably like the Deadpool stuff. But my only gripe is that I prefer the Professor X and Magneto from like Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
That's fair.
I think I think that's a better portrayal of those two in my mind.
I prefer their voices.
I don't like this Professor X. I don't like this Professor X at all.
Yeah,
I prefer their voices in terms of actions. I don't know. They seem kind of similar to me.
This is going to be controversial, but my favorite's the Fassbender's portrayal. I think Magneto.
See, I'm excited to get into those on this rewatch too.
Really good.
He's such an underrated actor.
Because he's playing a young Magneto too.
He is a more virile Magneto.
Jacob, have you seen those yet?
Yes, I've seen all of the X-Men movies. It's just been a long time. And like watching Origins Wolverine last night, some of it I was like, I've never seen this before. I'm like, I know I've seen some of this. So like that's probably going to be the case for a lot of them. Like when I'll be like, I remember this. I don't remember any of this.
No, I know why you're saying that, Rhett. She certainly checked out by the third one.
By what is the
Apocalypse. She was completely checked out of even wanting to be there.
And then Dark Phoenix is nothing. I mean, she's barely got the makeup on.
Can you go ahead and kill my character so I can?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Spoiler alerts, by the way.
Really, the only stuff that I didn't care about in this episode was like the Professor X Magneto stuff. And I think it could be a case of like how I started the season, where I was like, I don't really care about these characters. I haven't spent that much time with this Professor X, so that could be the case. But I'm also frustrated that he just keeps calling him Magnus. Why is he calling him Magnus?
That's what he's on. That's a classic thing that he did in
That's from the cartoon, I think.
That's from the
it's also the comics. Too.
Comics, that's like his
middle name. His middle name, I think, right?
Okay. I think that's what they said today. I was like, okay, I guess that makes more sense now. But I was just like, Professor X, get over yourself. Just call him Eric or Magneto, or stop calling him Magnus.
And he calls him Eric in the movies, the live movies. Yeah,
the problem. The big problem for I think any animated show going forward on Disney Plus is that it's got to live up to this. I mean, it hurts that Bad Batch was on at the same time as this because it forced you, even though in normal circumstances you wouldn't make a comparison, but it forced you to because they were on at the same time.
Yes.
And the writing of this is so much better.
Those two shows, I mean, Bad Batch should have come out for 16 weeks, 15 weeks, and then 10 weeks of X-Men, and you've got 25 weeks covered at that point of animated content.
They really should not have aired them at the same time. That was a bad idea.
One more real quick piggyback point of kind of what you guys were talking about, how this is how the movies didn't necessarily go for it. And like I agree with that, but I don't think it's like a violence type of thing. I think they're letting each character be the character that they're supposed to be, and the character from the comics. Like they're not afraid to let Nightcrawler pray a rosary. They're not afraid to have Scott Summers be like a leader, and like I feel like they were in these other ones.
Well, and in the films, Rogue was way underpowered in the films. Like she in this series, she's like actually what the character can do.
Well,
and
again,
she's,
he steals Marvel's.
Yeah, she steals Captain Marvel's powers, or Miss Marvel in the comics, and then I don't think they had the rights to allow her to have those powers.
Yeah. Oh, in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
But it happens. Did I see? I was watching like an X-Men recap or something, and somebody actually they must have done that in the series where she gets the powers. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn I saw
in the animated series
in the 92 through 96. There's a scene where she's like touching Captain Marvel in her old costume, like absorbing her powers, and so because that is an arc in the comics too, is that she gains Marvel's powers. And then she's this small rock'em sock'em,
and has it for like decades, is my understanding. Like that's a big part of her character.
Well, let's dive into some of the details of the episode. I mean, it's a lot happened, as in every episode of the season. A lot happened. They packed so much in. And this one they had a little bit more time. They let it breathe a little bit. I mean, they gave it 42 minutes instead of the standard 30 or whatever, but I mean, we kind of start right off the bat with Magneto and Professor X kind of like
hanging out in a bar.
Hanging out in a bar. They again they option a song, which is cool. They actually have a song in the episode, which you don't see that in animated series. Like this is I think the second time they've done it. They did an Ace of Base song like in Genosa or whatever, and then they
right
yeah
they were doing their seductive dance or whatever.
They're optioning songs, which is crazy to me. So to give you an idea of the era, so their Vietnam War era, I mean, is basically what I gathered from them using
what was the song. I just saw it.
Turn
it was the Birds.
It was the Birds. Turn to everything. Yep,
something like that. I don't know if that's the yeah right, transfer. Yeah, exactly, Red. I mean, exactly. Stan Bush has entered the chat. Exactly. If only Stan Bush was featured in this series. So, an interesting conversation. So, I guess this is still early. I'm just wondering, like, how these two dudes met each other if it wasn't about the fact that they were mutants. So these guys were buddies somehow, and neither one of them knew that they were mutants in this time.
They're like Soviet Russia as like doctors.
Well, I would say
that's not Soviet.
Based on Charles's reaction, Charles does maybe know he's a mutant because he keeps trying to edge the conversation there.
Oh, he knows Magneto's a mutant. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point. So
I think they're doctors helping in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it's based on that song. It's a Vietnam War thing.
Yeah. No, but they're not with communists. They're working with the Americans, I think.
Look, Rhett, you're not wrong. I had that thought a couple times. Are they about to do this? And they don't.
So, Rhett, but certainly that. Well, certainly I don't know if allegory is the right term to use here, but the whole type of conversation that they're having is them coming out as mutants to each other. So it's there. Yes.
And I feel like in the X-Men movies, that was definitely if you want to use allegory as the term, that's definitely like the whatever fire guy in X2.
When
he came out to his
Pyro.
Yeah.
Pyro's there's always for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, there's always he is. There's always been that type of undertone is maybe the word I'm looking for.
X-Men's kind of the most political.
It is.
Comic grouping.
It is. It's all about the disenfranchised.
Yeah.
And then it became adopted first for civil rights, then for the gay LGBTQ.
No, I mean
correct.
AI 2P 3 4.
Right.
Take me to your leader. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that was certainly part of the X-Men. I mean, a lot of times, even through the movies, some of these characters, the younger ones especially, were afraid to reveal that they had powers. I mean, that was kind of, part of the under.
Can't you just stop being a mutant? That's what they said
exactly.
Next to the mom.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Roberto's mom was the same way. I mean, she's
you're a god among it.
They actually did that scene, very similarly.
Yeah, they just they're like, can't you we don't want the shareholders of our business to know that you're a mutant.
Yeah, could you just like leave or something?
Yeah, exactly. So
that is accurate, right?
That's right. So we have that scene, and then it kind of jumps forward a little bit to when Professor X is basically taking over Magneto's mind to try and bring him.
He's in the waters of despair or something, or whatever.
Well, right. He's trying to bring him to the point where he can reposition the Earth, basically, and reverse the EMP.
Right, which he does.
Yeah,
because Bastion comes back on.
But it takes like the whole episode for him to get to that point, basically, or most of the episode. He
makes him forget who he is, right?
Yes.
To basically stop him from doing the EMP.
Right.
And then when Bastion comes back online, then he's like, oh crap, I've got to remind him who he is because we're both about to get stuck in his mind forever.
Right.
If I remember, this is just my second watch picking up a lot of this, but
we got some cool cameos while they were in there. We got Scarlet Witch on the boat.
And Quicksilver and Polaris.
Polaris is not a character I'm really familiar with.
That's all those are his children. So
yes, Polaris is the second daughter of Charles.
Yes.
Okay.
Not Charles, but
Eric.
Eric.
That's the only difficult thing as somebody that didn't read the comics. I'm just not well versed in all the characters. And so
who are those guys in the Pentagon, like the President's War Room? Those two superheroes I did not recognize.
That's Shield guy and Shellhead.
Armor Man.
Armor Man. And
there was great cameos in this episode.
A lot of cameos. Crazy amount of cameos.
Earl, what did you say was going on with Bastion then, though? I mean, we see him kind of come back.
So if you remember the EMP, that Magneto had this thing where he shut down all of the power basically on the whole Earth, really, right?
Yeah.
Because you saw the lights go out. And so that turned off all of Bastion's human sentinels or whatever they were. And so then all of a sudden you see them all start waking back up, and then Bastion's woken back up.
Yep.
And he takes off and flies towards where Cable and Jean Grey
Storm
and starts confronting him.
Beast. Yep.
But then guess what happens when Jean Grey?
Yeah.
He's ripping up his son, tearing up his arm.
Oh, dude, that scene was brutal. He rips his arm off and he's beating him with his own arm.
Dude, that was insane.
And he used, knowing that Cable obviously is from the future, that's probably some like weird metal that they don't have in current timeline. So he's able to manipulate it and turn into like Mega Bastion, basically.
Yeah. What's the guy Bucky in what's he called? The
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I always forget that. I'm like, well, he is a little bit kind of Winter Soldier-y, right, with the metal arm.
Right. Yeah.
I never thought about Cable actually being part metal. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, like supplemented. He's not like it's just metal.
Oh, he's supplemented. I know, but when what's his name played him in Deadpool 2, I just didn't.
Yeah, it didn't really register that.
I didn't make that connection that he had a metal arm, I guess.
And man, it's a big bummer that he's not going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, that seems like a big enough character. Oh, we know. That seems like a big enough character that you would want him to be
Mikey, part. I think we've got enough characters in that film.
Oh, I know,
I'm just gonna say that.
Cable, I don't want to hear about any of them. Just
no, we're not gonna spoil anything. But I mean, Cable is a massive character that they should have made an effort to have in the film.
He'll come back in the next one.
Let's just say this: Hollywood Reporter confirmed Jennifer Garner before the film even shot. If you're gonna confirm a person like that, doesn't she have to have some sort of role in the film? I mean, like we got so many characters in that film. I'm interested to see how they juggle it all.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know that Jennifer Garner was related to James Garner? Did you guys?
Look, it's new information I just found out. I was always under the impression that was true. They make so much sense.
That's reference.
Is this the thing that was said?
Wait, what is this now?
For the Great Escape. But before the Great Escape episode.
Oh, I need to listen to that.
When I introed the Great Escape episode in the podcast before it, I was like, it's got James Garner. I'm pretty sure that's Jennifer Garner's dad. And then while we were
you said Julia Garner. You were talking about Julia Garner. And then,
was I?
But yeah, you said
Jennifer.
You said Julia Garner on the episode, and I'm like, no, there's no relation, and also no.
Yeah, I meant Jennifer Garner.
Is this? What is that?
Don't.
Oh,
that's a bot.
Oh, that's
Hi,
a
David.
bot. That's not our David.
David.
That's a different David. That's not our David.
No.
Hi, David. Welcome.
If it was our David, he'd be Main Street Electrical.
I'm going to call this person David.
Yes, that's totally accurate. But yeah, I looked it up and it was not true. However, Jennifer Garner told all of her friends growing up that they were related. So
there you go. So that's where you were going by that.
Yeah, that's I fell into that rumor as well.
Mikey, you say you're related to famous people. I mean,
anyways, but no,
Eli Roth is my long lost cousin.
Oh, that's good. On the episode, you said Julia Garner, which she's a more recent actress.
Yes. Did I really say Julia?
You did, yeah.
Oh, I definitely meant Jennifer, and I was looking up Jennifer Garner stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, neither one of them are related to
James
they're
Garner,
not. So
no.
Sorry for that rabbit hole.
Through that, we found out
that
James Garner was a very cool dude.
Oh, dude, he's awesome. Yeah, I loved James Garner. He was
a great actor.
Yeah. Or no, that wasn't James Garner. That was Dabney Coleman.
Oh, Julia Garner is the next
R.I.P.
Yeah, she's
Dabney Coleman, R.I.P.
Yeah,
Lady Surfer,
yes, R.I.P.
Well, she's Silver Surfer's girlfriend. Let's be careful. She's not actually Silver Surfer. She's Silver Surfer's girlfriend.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Silver Surfer is going to be a character as well as Julia Garner's Silver Surfer. They're gonna have two. Let's not go over the deep end here.
Let's get back to X-Men.
Let's get back to
X-Men. What do you mean by that?
I mean that they're going to also have Silver Surfer at some point. Maybe not in that film.
All right. Yes,
Maybe not in Fantastic Four, the first one. But they're going to actually have the Silver Surfer.
Norrin Rad, the Silver Surfer?
Yes, exactly.
Norrin Rad? Okay.
Yeah, see, I don't know the comics, but
yes. Yeah. I don't know his girlfriend's name. I
don't.
Julia Garner.
They were. There was a lot of nerds that were super excited about.
Daughter of James Garner.
Yeah, James Garner's daughter. He was in The Great Escape.
Just bringing it back full circle.
So let's talk about Bastion. Let's talk about this character.
Yeah, Bastion, man. He
pluses up. He's like Super Bastion.
Oh, but
But
He is the future.
He armors up.
The White Phoenix, is that what they call her?
Phoenix, Phoenix blows
some
out.
people are saying that was the White Phoenix, and
she's
not
the good
like,
Phoenix.
Yeah, the good. She comes and just annihilates everything.
She said, "Phoenix on."
She said, "Phoenix," and she grabbed him with her Phoenix hand and squished him.
Her talent.
Her talent.
That was before he armored up, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because that was her getting the
getting
headband
the thing
on him, which I'm kind of confused about why he was still able to like control metals, like technology, like and get that suit even with the headband on.
He powered up,
but how he had the headband on?
He used Cable's power from the future to.
That's right.
Disrupt that technology is all I can figure. I don't know.
Yeah, there was.
But he didn't turn all the other Sentinels back on.
No, he did not.
This was a last-ditch effort to.
Well, actually, when Phoenix showed up, she blasted him, and all the Sentinels went dead. I think.
All the Sentinels.
No, she put the head thing on him.
Oh, and then they dropped. They all went dead. You're right. But they did not power back up after that.
They did not. No.
So it was like a one-time use thing.
It was a one-time use thing.
He melted.
And then he had a pretty good battle with Rogue.
Oh man,
Rogue.
The whole team, really. I mean, they were just that. There was just like nonstop action there for a little bit.
That's accurate,
Rhett is so true he's so right on this. I mean,
but even not there. I mean,
even
the advantage is YouTube TV, but you're still at like a 10-second delay.
Dude, I hate that, by the way. It drives me insane. It drives me to the point where
you can almost turn the delay down. There's a setting to do that.
Oh, really?
But still, it's sometimes behind.
It drives me crazy when I get alerts on my phone faster than the TV shows.
So wait, there is a setting that you can turn that down? I didn't know that.
Yes. So if you go to the channel,
y'all are so distractible.
No. Oh, it has to go to.
I'll talk to you about it.
It's not a mass. It's not a. It's per channel that you have to turn it down.
No. It's a setting.
Oh, okay.
It would go for well. I don't know. Let me check that out.
Because see, Rhett's rich, and so he still has regular cable, and he always knows what's happening during a game right before I do, and it just drives me crazy. Because only poors have YouTube TV, apparently, even though it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
even though it's kind of expensive, actually. If you have, especially if you have the 4K, it is very expensive. It gets up there, but the delay, they need to fix that delay with sports. They've got to figure. You know what's crazy is when Netflix is going to have sports, how are they not going to be delayed? I don't think they're
those NFL games. Well, see, the nice thing about that though, the streaming ones, they're delayed for everybody, so it's not actually delayed.
Well, that's true. That's a good point. They're not like airing anyplace else except for Netflix. Right. In this case, Netflix.
So if we get all the riches like Rhett to just get off cable and go to YouTube TV. Then none of us.
I'm being nice because Earl also has really cable.
I have regular cable.
I'm not
switch to YouTube TV.
But I'm a Richie Rich,
so nobody's
That's
delayed.
Right. You can tell that Earl's rich because of his shades back there.
You can tell. Down here in the lower
Rhett's floor. Rhett has found a way to still pay for something that doesn't exist.
I'm still paying.
I still play for Yahoo Screen.
No.
If you go to the dots, there's a thing that literally says broadcast delay here in the middle.
I can't find that on my.
It's not on the phone. It's not on the iPad app that I can
This is important information for
I've got it on my browser, and I can't find it.
Yeah, it's on the TV ones. That's all I can find it on.
Okay.
So.
Interesting.
Earl, bring us back. What?
I was about to say,
it's not like we're talking about a big episode today.
We're on rabbit trails tonight, man.
We all
forgot to take our Adderall.
I'm letting it's this caffeine. There's something in this caffeine. Yeah.
Where's your Zoa?
Where's the Zoa?
He's off.
Zoa has too much caffeine, and I was getting heart palpitations. I had to stop. I had to stop ordering it. I did.
Oh man, you're getting to the old age now.
Well, I mean, even like this cup of like cold brewed coffee, gets me a little bit, but it's not as bad as Zoa. Zoa was.
I was gonna say, in celebration of The Rock and his new role where he's totally transformed himself. Even Zoa, but.
Oh, that's right. I just saw something about that.
Yeah, that's right. We're bringing knowledge to the people. Rhett, I'll have you know that there's behind the scenes conversation going on about potentially doing Extra the day after Acolyte airs.
Ooh.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can figure it out.
That'll be Wednesday, right?
That'll be Wednesdays. Yep. So we're gonna I'm considering it seriously, but I knew it wasn't a good night for Jacob. Wednesdays is not good for you.
No,
right?
Mondays are not good for me.
See, okay. It's very much in consideration. But it depends on what time it airs on Tuesdays. They haven't announced that yet. They won't say if it's a midnight release or an 8 p.m. And I'm like, just tell us. Tell us what time the stupid episode.
Don't post that.
That is funny. Though.
You got to post everything.
Okay, I'll post it. No, I'm just kidding. Rhett, go ahead. No, not Rhett. Earl, who's your name? Dang it, this caffeine's killing me today. Earl, tell us what happens next in this episode.
They lead them up to the asteroid.
Yes.
Magneto's asteroid, and they have a big
battle.
The
teams are split. I mean, that's one thing. The teams are split.
Yeah. Eventually, though, I feel like they're all convalesced up in the.
Yes, because they Trojan horse it.
They Trojan horse it, and he goes, "The horse is still something." Beast says is very funny.
The Greeks certainly love their horses, or whatever.
Yeah, which I didn't catch the first time. It cracks me up that Beast is like having his own little conversation all the time about.
Look, Beast is low-key one of my favorite X-Men characters.
He's awesome. Yeah. Do you prefer the Nicholas Holt Beast?
Oh, Kelsey Grammer all the way.
Kelsey Grammer, okay.
Yeah.
You're a real animal.
Kelsey Grammer, the only X-Men that's in current MCU continuity.
That's true.
Wow.
Continuity that is accurate, not universe.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
The only like Nicholas Holt Beast I can really remember is from Dark Phoenix, so I'm just like, that was bad. But I know it's probably better in like Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I don't know.
His look was always a little wonky, I think, in my opinion.
No, there's like Holt's
a great actor.
He better stick the landing when it comes to Lex, is all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Lex.
Jesse Eisenberg really stuck.
Oh, yes.
Well, I don't know. I like Holt in the
I think he'll be a good.
Really good.
Oh.
I liked him in that. He was good.
Yeah, he was very good. He's a good actor. Wasn't he in that Taylor Sheridan Fire movie that wasn't very good, but David loves?
Yes, the one that David loves. Yes,
yeah, I know what you're talking
that movie kind of stinks, but
yeah.
Is that the one with Angelina Jolie?
Yes.
That was
I like that. Okay, it was
that
fine.
was a theater and Max release, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it's like
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
didn't go to
terrible.
the theater for it.
I
No,
did
not. That's the one where they're like jumping the fire jumps the
she's
river
she's
somehow.
a fire
Yeah.
she's a fire ranger, and she finds those kids, and there's some baddies
and
chasing.
the CGI in that is sometimes really bad.
Yeah, it's also strange. I didn't really understand what was going on.
It was just not that good of a movie, and David loves it. It cracks me up every time he talks about
David
it.
does love it. He loves that movie.
Halt catching fire. What's it called? No.
Oh, I forgot to mention Rhett's extra. Rhett watched his extra was watching the French Connection. Great chemistry with Snyder, who's always great 100% of the time, and I
He's
do
right.
agree.
He's right.
I do agree.
But yeah, Rhett's earlier point about French Connection, meh movie.
I disagree. I liked it. I thought it was good, but I'm used to
Those
70s.
Who Wish Me Dead. It's even got a terrible title.
Don't you wish me dead?
I think it's a fine little short.
It's from when Sheridan was writing 20 billion shows.
It's a throwaway movie, but it's fine. It's not terrible.
It's a weird movie that isn't constructed like a movie. Yeah, we need to do a French Connection extra at some point.
Nah.
French Connection, the one that got edited on streaming services.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
because
did.
I went to try to buy that Blu-ray and it got jacked way up, and I was like, "Oh, never mind."
I've got that Blu-ray. from Whatnot, of course. And it's plug for Whatnot. No, it's addicting. Don't do it. But yeah, I'm glad I have the Blu-ray because it's the streaming. You never want to stream that movie. Watch it on Blu-ray if you can.
So
yes, please, Earl.
We're fighting on the asteroid ship or whatever. In the meantime, the president is going to do the Magneto Protocol, which is basically sending nukes to blow up this rapidly descending asteroid, right?
I don't know if they're nukes. I don't think they're nukes, are they? They're like missiles.
They're missiles.
No, yeah, I think they're just heavy duty rockets. Yeah.
Megaton warhead ICBMs. Yeah. And
really not a good plan. Like,
because it's going to create more debris.
Right.
Yeah. And it's going to make it fall even faster. So I was like, what are y'all talking about? But it's the Magneto Protocol. Take them down.
The Magneto Protocol.
And of course, Captain America says, "I would not advise that," or something.
And this was he had his thing off, his cowl off.
Did he?
He was like, he was like, "Oh, this is not a good idea." And he looks
he
forlorn over in the corner.
And then he goes, "Go do it."
But
the president didn't even listen to him. He's like, "Go do it." And,
it
was good. I loved it. And Captain Iron Man had the old armor from what he would have probably had in 90.
Yes, he did from that horrible cartoon that was at that time.
Yeah.
That was not a good cartoon. The Iron Man cartoon at the time.
Nobody said it was a megaton warhead, Rhett.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's you projecting onto.
I probably said that.
You shouldn't have said megaton warhead. You shouldn't. That triggers Rhett when you say that word.
Earl did say something. Did say that.
I did say that.
It triggered Rhett.
Well, it was a pretty strong. I mean, but they hit that thing with a lot of mississles. So I mean, I'm assuming.
Sure.
But
it was.
Yeah, I said it. I'll take the blame for it. Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Obviously, at some point Scott backs the team off. I don't know if you want me to jump ahead even further, but I mean,
that's a huge jump.
Okay,
that's a big jump. But no, I liked when Scott unleashed his full, he fired. He goes, "This is my family. I will protect
you won't hurt my family again."
And he blasted as hard as he can.
I like the passion out of Scott.
I do too. This
is the best version of
the
Scott
I want to see. Yes,
ever. Because he's so emasculated in the films. In my opinion,
yes,
and he's
awesome in this.
Awesome in this series.
I actually think James Marsden could play a good.
I do too.
If they had let him,
it's the writing that's let him down.
Yes, I agree with that, and I think I've even said him say that somewhere that he felt like he was But they decided to go full Wolverine, and that's fine. So in the movie,
space ballistic.
All right.
Shut up, Brett. They were missiles that they launched into space. Whatever
we don't know,
you would call them, that's what they were.
We don't pay attention to that stuff. That's why you need to watch. You need to watch it.
Hey, Rhett, shut up, nerd.
Dude, speaking of Space Force, and I know I'm the only one that said anything about Space Force. I met a family at my church today. The dad's in Space Force, or on Sunday. Nice. The dad's in Space Force, and they're getting transferred or whatever. But I was like, dude, I've never known anybody in Space Force. That's awesome.
I have a friend who handles nuclear missiles.
Like
keeps them in his house.
Juggles them? Like he just juggles them?
Like he goes in to the missile silos.
That's awesome.
Because all of the nuclear missile silos are right around.
Yeah, that's true.
Does he have any special powers now that he's been around nuclear missiles?
I can't tell you that.
He caresses them. That's what Rhett would do. Rhett would caress them.
He said, "When can I fire this off?"
Yeah, he would sleep with it.
Occasionally, I'll say, "Hey, how's work going?" He's like, "Well, are we in nuclear war?" I'm like, "Nope." He said, "It's going pretty good then."
That we know of. Just
say, keep that trigger button clean. And
he goes, "Have the oceans evaporated?" Nope, we're good.
He says that. Dang. Space Force.
Yes, talking about Space Force.
So, Michael, I need the name of the person on Space Force and their social security number, their phone number, and I need to report in to my comrade. I mean, to my uplink.
I can't report any names, even though I know the name. Yeah, I know the name, but I cannot tell you the name.
And Jacob, I need the name of that person, his phone number. I need to know, his whereabouts, maybe what time he drives into work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Okay, that's over. That's over.
All right.
So you wanted to talk about the part where he says, "Let's back off, team," and let's give
because
a chance
he has a crisis of identity crisis. Basically, he's like, "This is all we preach about is tolerance, and we're about to." I mean, everybody was about to just take Bastion out at that point, but Bastion wasn't having any of it anyways. He was just like, "You pathetic people, you're not going to kill me." So. The question being, though, did he end up saving them by what he did? Like sort of reaching out and making the bombs explode when they did?
Well, they disappeared.
Well, that was after that, though. That was way after that.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, a couple scenes after that, because the asteroid started falling to Earth, and
I just watched this, and I don't remember.
They were able to encapsulate it. Whoever has the power to do that, is that Jean Grey?
Jean Grey
caught
everybody up.
Right,
and they were shooting it. Rogue was pushing it up.
Yeah, Rogue was
Jean
pushing
Grey
it up.
and Storm were zapping it.
Yep. Everybody was, basically keeping the thing down.
I thought that at the end, like the thing got really, and then all of a sudden just went.
Because somebody, as they put it in the episode, somebody grabbed them and took them to different places, the future and the past in this case. But someone did that. I'm guessing it's Apocalypse that has who else has the power to do that? I mean, Apocalypse is the only person, which
that's who that is at the end.
I am kind of bummed, but maybe they're actually going to do Apocalypse right and right the wrong that is X-Men Apocalypse.
They probably could,
because they need to do that character better than Oscar Isaac portrayed that character.
I think it was such a bad, and I don't blame Oscar Isaac. I think it was just the way the story was written.
I guess I don't blame him, but man, that was so rough. It was unfortunately rough.
It was some unfortunate makeup choices and costume choices for him too that made him just seem kind of like not very imposing.
He looked like he was from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let's just say it. He looked like he was from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, he just did. I don't know like how important the Apocalypse character is to X-Men. Apparently he's super important, and that's why the second season is going to be mostly about him.
And I even thought they've already done Apocalypse, and he's literally in I was looking down the season 1. By season 1, I mean of the old X-Men.
Yeah,
like there's an episode about Apocalypse, and I'm like, well, okay. So I don't know. That's a pretty good reference, Rhett.
Now I know Claxton couldn't make it tonight, but we had a conversation about where we thought behind the scenes. He and I talked about where we thought Wolverine is, because it's
Wolverine.
Because we don't know exactly where he is. I think he's in the Savage Land because there is a reference to dinosaurs in this episode, and that's part of the whole Savage Land storyline. Because we don't see where he is. We see where Forge is. We see where, one team's in the past, one team's in the future.
Wait, where's Forge?
Forge is present.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, you're right. You're right. Because Bishop comes. Yes. That's right.
Bishop comes. So
Forge is like, who are you?
He's trying to assemble who's ever still able to be assembled.
And he's like, I'm the black character they sidelined for the whole season, and now they brought me back.
Bishop, right?
Hey, why did that guy get zapped away for No, he's gonna have a bigger arc, I think, in this next.
But Wolverine is missing, as is Morph. So Wolverine and Morph are together.
That's a good pairing,
I think, and I think they're in Savage Land is what my guess is, because there was that. I think Beast at some point in the episode just haphazardly mentioned dinosaurs at some point. So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of where I think
I thought Beast was with all them in the old in the Egypt.
He is. I'm just saying during the episode, Beast mentioned a quip about a dinosaur. So that to me is telling the viewer, "Hey, Savage Land, blah blah blah."
Is there something going on between Morph and Wolverine? Are they making them into an item?
Well, no, Morph certainly is very attracted to Wolverine.
All right. I'll address this. Bo DeMeo, has made comments about this on social media.
Of course he has. He makes comments about everything.
I want to know.
Essentially, he said, and this is the way I'm reading it.
Okay.
I could be completely
Morph's a good
wrong,
buddy. Yeah.
But Morph it does have feelings for Wolverine. But
I mean, there's been in the episode.
But he literally says on his tweets that he, like falling for a straight man is never blah blah blah. But
a good idea.
So I don't think that's going to be reciprocated in any way.
Well, he still loves Gene,
but he's still.
Gene,
Well, that's
and it's also the '90s he mentioned too. So
okay, so they're not going to go. I mean, I didn't think they would. There'd be a big outcry if they.
No, there wouldn't. But anyways,
my head's so in the sand. I didn't even pick up on any of that.
In the scene where Wolverine and Morph,
Wolverine's laying in the bed.
He says, "Gene's not here, but I can say this." He switches to Gene. He says, "I love you." That's also him saying that he's
okay. See, I once you said it, I was like, I thought about that, but I just took it as he was just trying to get Wolverine.
He's trying to encourage Wolverine.
He is doing that,
which is what he's
doing.
Two
things can be true at the same time. He's also saying that he,
look,
loves
I'm going to continue with my head in the sand and not think about that until they do it.
They might not. They might not. They might not actually go there, but I think they're insinuating that for sure. I mean, that's just.
I like Morph in the old costume before they killed him. He's just like, like he's just like this cackly little guy.
See, I don't know. Morph was never in any of the movies, was he?
No.
Morph's not really a character. He was created for X-Men the animated series based off of a different character, and then he became a character in the comics because of the animated series.
Yeah, he was totally sort of shoehorned in.
Yeah.
The original reason for him to be there was so they'd have a death so that they could feel the weight of
Yeah, for a character you didn't even care about because he wasn't really a real character.
Right. and then they retconned him as like anyway.
I'm not going to put that up, Rhett.
You have to put all of his comments up.
No, I'm not putting all his comments up.
I'm just going to read the first two sentences and say thank you.
Yes, that's exactly. So here's the deal with the future. That older woman is apparently also a child of Scott and Jean. It's the daughter. Yeah.
Lady Askren.
Yeah. That's their daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel Summers.
And then Rachel Summers. And then we've got young Nathan hanging out as well. So dude, I'm excited. It's going to be good. But then we jump to present day Genosa in the mid-credit scene.
Oh, and there you see the picking up of the
it's Apocalypse card. Picking up Gambit's card. So
yes.
It's about to go down.
Gambit will be a horseman, probably.
No, we did not.
Do you want me to? Okay, I mean,
no, they're not post that.
Notice that she's never come back to the chat because she was traumatized by Rhett the last time she was in the chat.
She's tougher than Rhett is.
Good. Doesn't take much.
Genosha, we're gonna get. Don't you think Gambit's coming back?
I mean, sure. Yeah, that's why they show his card at the end. I mean,
or was it Joker? Maybe Joker's just like at the end of
Jack Nicholson's Joker is going to come.
Batman Begins.
No,
I'm thinking. This was such.
Good, I love look, it's a fantastic series. I'm excited about season 2 and beyond. I mean, it's going to keep there. I think that one thing that I wanted to mention. I think I put it in the Discord. Let me see the amount of people that watched this episode. 3.5 million globally within the first 5 days. Basically, is kind of how they.
Which for that. A cartoon on Disney Plus, I mean, a live action show that wasn't connected to an IP, that'd be fantastic. A cartoon, in general, that's really great. That's close to the premieres of like WandaVision and Loki. Season 1. So
I'm
this
gonna
was the finale. Huh?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Bad Batch didn't even get close to that ever.
No.
Yeah. So I mean,
here's a controversial opinion. Taylor Kitsch was a good Gambit. I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I liked his Gambit.
Oh,
he's the only one we ever got to see. So
whatever happened to the Channing Tatum? Like he was
development hell.
Don't spoil yourself, Earl.
What?
Don't
spoil yourself by asking questions you don't want the answers to.
Okay.
Sorry, Rhett. Sorry, we're not entertaining enough for Rhett.
Watch the show, Rhett. You would love it.
Luckily for Rhett, and apparently the viewer, he'll be on next week for the Furiosa Roundtable. So that's what we're doing next Tuesday. It's a holiday weekend, but it's the Tuesday that we're done with Memorial Day at that point. We're going to come back on Tuesday. I think Roth is unfortunately not going to be able to make that.
What?
But
have they had the live premiere in Hollywood yet? I have a tux. I can go to the red carpet of it.
Of Furiosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, they already had that premiere.
Did.
Yeah.
So
sorry, my friend.
Tell all our fans, there's thousands of you out there. Be sure to go ahead and see Furiosa this weekend because we're going to spoil it next week.
Oh yeah, I mean we're going to spoil Furiosa just like we spoil everything when we're talking about shows on here. I mean there's nothing new about that. But the people that are going to go see Furiosa are going to go see it Memorial Day weekend. We'll cover it on Tuesday.
Not all of them.
I know, Roth. It's just because you're traveling. It's
Roth's not going to get to see it. I'm bummed about that.
Both of you watch Furiosa fans. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but okay.
He's saying the two people
because I said thousands of you watching, and he said these are our two people.
Well, we've got more than that, but I mean we're not Geek News Network guys. We're not that. But
Andrew,
who can be? Yeah. Who can be? I mean that's
he's probably podcasting right
the
now.
Algorithm loves the Geek News Network, and that's fine. That's good. Good for them.
You got to.
You got to. Exactly.
We've got to have Andrew's mom on the podcast.
Maybe.
On the extra or the podcast? There's a difference.
Extra.
I think Rhett hate watches everything. Is there something that
the
Rhett
podcast
watches
isn't videoed, Earl?
That he actually enjoys? Is there anything that he doesn't hate watch? Besides besides the new BSG, the new Battlestar Galactica.
He loves Civil War. The movie.
And what's that other stupid sci-fi show that he likes? That was on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Expanse.
Three-body. Oh, The Expanse is awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Jacob, no.
Always Sunny is fun. I've seen a few episodes. It's not bad. Garrison, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at Gryfun3, Gryfun3. You can find me on Instagram as well. You can find me on Letterboxd at Gryfun, Gryfun, where I am continuing my X-Men rewatch. I'm up to the Rogue cut, but I just haven't found time to do that yet. So it's a long cut.
You'll like the Rogue cut. It's better. I think it's better.
Where did you find that, Garrison? Is it streaming somewhere?
Amazon Prime, you can rent it.
I own all the Blu-rays, and I own them all digitally.
I should not have assumed anything different.
But Dr. Earl, for your information, it is available to rent for like $3.99 on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Oh well, the Rogue cut.
Rogue
I think
cut
the theatrical is streaming on
Disney
HBO
Plus.
or Disney Plus. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to watch the Rogue cut. I've never seen
good.
that.
I like the Rogue cut. It's good. It's. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's good. It's not. A lot of times
different. It's different.
Yeah, a lot of times when they do this, it doesn't add any, but I think this does. Dr. Earl off the grid. He can be found in the Deucecast, hanging out.
Always.
About movies, music, blah, blah, blah. If you want to be connected to our Discord, you can always email us at thedeucecast@gmail.com or DM at X or Facebook, and I can throw you a link. Roth, I did listen to The Fall Guy, even though I haven't seen the movie. I couldn't resist. I had to listen to the episode.
What? Go see it.
I have a problem with it. I have to be current. If I'm not, I couldn't let. It's a long story, but anyways, I listened to the episode. But good news is I'm old and I don't remember anything about what I heard on the episode. So it's good, and I don't no spoilers. I was
about to be streaming anyway, right?
Yeah, I think so. It is.
We're good.
I am excited about what's coming next week, though, on Good Day for a Movie. I'll let you plug away.
Yes, you know, and that we were talking about it earlier, and I see where the disconnect is coming from about Jennifer Garner, Julia Garner stuff, because that episode hasn't came out yet. It's been recorded. It was recorded last week. I was talking like you'd already listened to it. The Great Escape.
What
review? I forgot that the Great Escape episode hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. It has.
So that explains why I haven't downloaded it yet, because I definitely would have done that.
Yes.
No, I was very confused. Did I miss a week or something?
No, we did.
But you mentioned Julia Garner.
Yes, and see that's where the disconnect
again. Do you double down?
No, I say Jennifer Garner in the episode coming out next week.
Okay.
So he makes the mistake twice.
Yes. No. I make two separate mistakes.
Okay. All right, fair.
Not on purpose, though.
And it's not a mistake. It's a finding out of fact that they are not related in the next episode.
It's a learning. It's a teaching moment.
Okay, so we're gonna learn. So it's like a 2-part.
No, Earl.
Yes.
There's the mistake,
so the Fall Guy was this week. I always enjoy movies where I'm able, or episodes where I'm able to include music. Accurate. Not accurate. Rude.
Rude.
That's a nerd.
How dare you, Rhett?
Doofus.
So,
anyways,
I Was Made for Loving You is all over that film like crazy. It's in the score. It's played 3 times. One's a cover, twice by Kiss.
Oh man, that's so fun. The soundtrack is
great
really
soundtrack on that one. Very fun closing credits song too, sung by Blake Shelton.
Which is the song from the TV shows.
That's from the TV show Fall Guy song, right?
Yeah.
But just redone.
Yep. Next week is The Great Escape. So
yes,
excited for that one.
Excited. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I got going on. Good Day for a Movie podcast. Roth from Wyoming on the socials.
Awesome. Well, the Deucecast movie show comes out every Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, we bring back, under much lament from myself, even though I'm the one that wanted to do it anyways, the summer movie preview.
Woohoo! Why would you lament that?
Yeah, we talk about all the movies coming out this summer, including, of course, Furiosa. So we start Memorial Day weekend and then go all the way through August for a very surprising release, at least to me, for August 30th. I was like, really? They did that movie? I didn't know. I don't know why. It's a weird movie that's coming out August 30th. You'll have to listen to the episode to find out what movie I'm talking about.
And we pay off International Earl.
Oh, yeah. And we pay off International Earl. We find out who wins.
Who wins?
Earl.
Who dies? You decide.
Who dies, exactly.
Or whatever.
Speaking of summer movies, the first song from Twisters came out, the Luke Combs song.
Oh, that is a fun soundtrack.
Yeah, and it's a good song too. It's upbeat and
Luke
Twisters. I'm excited about Twisters. I think that's going to be a fun.
Dr. Earl, you would like Luke Combs. He's a fellow redhead like you.
Yeah, gingers flock together.
I
got a fast car.
Is he the rich man north of Richmond guy?
No,
No, he's not. Who is also
a rich man, whatever he does.
Does this movie that you're referencing happen to be a biopic?
It does.
Yeah,
it happen to be a biopic. You're right. It's a very strange movie to be coming out, but
is there a video for this song? Like, have they dropped
the
like
Luke Combs song? I'm sure if you go on YouTube, there's a video. Yeah,
it is "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma."
Is that the name of the song? Okay.
Yep.
So
I'll check it out.
We will be back next week. We are not taking a break. Now, the week after, we might be taking a break. But next week, we are going to be coming in hot with a Furiosa roundtable. I have no idea who will be on the episode, but we will be here next Tuesday talking about Furiosa. I'm excited about it. X-Men 97, golf clap. Great show. Fantastic show. Bo DeMaio and team. Fantastic. Looking forward to season 2, which is more work from Bo DeMaio. So look, I'm excited about it. Can't wait. And then in I guess 3 weeks, I believe we will have Acolyte. I think that's 3 weeks from now.
I'm not counting down.
Yeah, it's June. Yeah, it comes June 2nd, I think.
It'll just happen one day.
It is going to happen.
I'll watch it.
We will
June
record.
2nd's like 2 weeks away, right?
No, it's like maybe I'm wrong on the date. I think it's three weeks from now. We will. I don't know exactly. Yeah, Rhett. I think that's what I said about Acolyte last week. It's a show that I'm like, I'll be excited if it's good, but I don't know if I want it to be good. So I just don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm so conflicted about the Acolyte. Oh, really? This is quite a statement. If it's good, I'm never watching 1 second of Star Wars ever again. Rhett, we've got season 2 of Andor coming out of.
Andor's coming,
Rhett,
sir.
that's your baby.
He said he's not watching another second of Star Wars.
He just said he's not going to watch Andor if Acolyte's
good. I know. That's the point. Andor's not Star Wars.
Oh,
yeah, good point. Good
point, Roth.
Yep.
Good point.
Wrong.
Hey, chat, it was
fun.
Mostly Rhett, but we did have Andrew stop by for a moment, so I really appreciate it. Claxton, I'm sorry.
My name David. We don't know who that is. But
hopefully
David.
Claxton will watch this on delay. I know he will. I'm sorry you couldn't make it live.
I finally
understand. With kids and such, you just never know when you're going to be able to do anything live. I get it. But can't wait to talk about Furiosa next week. We'll see everyone at that time. Everybody have a great week. Go watch Furiosa this weekend so you'll be ready for next week. Talk to you later.